Spectacular. Wow, was I sleeping on this intro this whole time? Such a beautiful intro. That looked like trash. I'm sorry, that looked like trash. There's no way someone's gonna find me on that, right? There's no way. That took me for an emotional roller coaster, Jesus. If you grew up in the 2000s, you've seen one of these shows. And the thing about animated shows in the 2000s is that they always had banger intro themes. Let's face it, it's a dying art, okay? No one wants to do intro themes anymore with actual vocal lyrics, okay? Because apparently it's corny now. But these superhero shows, man, they went all out. They were hiring bands to make original songs for them. They got the name drops of the actual heroes in the actual fucking song. So that's why today we're gonna be ranking the intro themes of superhero cartoons from the 2000s. I tried finding as many as possible. I'm pretty sure I got everything, even shows I've never seen before, so let's get into this. So for each intro, I am gonna watch and listen to it again, even if I know how the song and intro goes, just to make it fair for everyone. Alright, first let's start with Spectacular Spider-Man. Oh, what a strong one to start with. By the way, obviously I can't put the actual song throughout the video because I'm gonna get fucked by copyright. Last video I tried using a copyright song and I got absolutely butt fucked by YouTube. So not doing that again, but I'll figure out a way to do something. Future me, figure something out, okay? We're on the edge, fighting crime. Feelings on the rise and the city's victimized. Spectacular, spectacular, spectacular. Spider-Man. Sheesh. God damn, that's a goodie, bro. That's a goodie. If you thought that I was gonna put this anything below an S tier, you're fucking crazy. Spectacular Spider-Man's theme song, it's one of the most iconic parts of the show, and that's an iconic show in itself, okay? The animation, the story, the voice acting, but the intro, that's a whole nother beast that everyone knows. This is an immediate S. A S for Spider-Man, S for Spectacular and Spider-Man. There's no way you can put this below an S. Are you fucking serious? Everyone knows the lyrics to this. Jesus Christ, man. That's an S. That's an S. Starting off strong. Alright, let's go to something that I don't know. Let's go to Crypto the Superdog. I believe this was a show back in 2006. I do briefly remember hearing about it. Let's see how this intro goes. By the way, this is a very heavily biased ranking. Don't expect anything like fair or whatever, okay? Who's that for? Not me.
He's a super dog.
This is the most 2000s thing I've ever heard.
He came to Earth from outer space. His name is Crypto.
Where's Superman? Who the fuck is this random kid? Wow, the song lyrics are very literal. Did anyone actually watch this? Look, listen, the second comment. Admittedly, not the most imaginative lyrics, but you gotta admit it's catchy. Crypto, the super dog. This is literally what it sounded like. Crypto, the super dog. He's a white dog who came from outer space, who has superpowers and can fly around. Crypto. I highly recommend everyone listen to the original version because that was something. Don't know why Superman's not in that show, but we're not here to criticize the actual show. We're here to criticize the intro, and this is going into a C. We'll put it at a C. Come on, it's harmless. It's harmless, man. It's harmless. All right. I'm in a Batman-y and DC mood right now, so I'm gonna go with Justice League, the original series. Listen, I grew up with this show, so again, don't expect anything fair. But maybe I will try to be fair. Who knows? So far, I think I've been fair, but my biases might come into here right now. Oh, the orchestra. Oh my god, them coming out with the silhouette. So iconic. Ooh. Oh my god, such a beautiful intro. I honestly forgot how good that intro was. Only thing shaky about it are like the 3D models that they use to like animate the movements and stuff, but the execution and the idea, wait, no, not the execution, but the idea of it, and it just looks so sick with the silhouettes, and the music just syncs up with all the different members. Oh my god. Oh yes, also let's take into the visuals of the intro too, because I think that is a supporting factor in ranking these intros. So you know. I'm gonna put Justice League. Oh man, it's so hard because the actual music is so good, but the visuals, they could be a bit better. I'm gonna put Justice League. Oh man, people might hate me for this. I'm thinking a B. Nah, wait, no. That's an A, that's an A, that's an A. That's an A. What about a B? Get the fuck out of here. Alright, we might as well do Justice League Unlimited. Justice League Unlimited. AKA the sequel series. Oh yeah. The rock music. Oh, the music goes hard. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, the breakdown. The bridge. Oh, how they finish the intro as well with the choir. Man, that's good. But I don't think it's as good as the original series intro because it is a bit less creative and they just have a lot of moving PNGs, you know, and they just reuse footage from the show, which is fine because it's to portray all the different members of part of the Justice League now. However, not as good as Justice League, the original show. So, but the music, I think, actually, they're two different vibes, the music. But this music, this one hits really hard. I fucking love the music in this, but it's not as good overall as the original Justice League. So, Justice League Unlimited, going to a B, I think. Which isn't bad, right? I think that's a pretty fair assessment. Alright, next, let's get into another team. Let's go into X-Men Evolution. Now, I only saw a couple of episodes of X-Men Evolution just when it was on TV and stuff, you know, reruns of it. But do I remember the theme? I don't think so. This show has like a hardcore fan base for some reason, and people are like, oh, you should actually watch X-Men Evolution. It's like the best interpretation of the X-Men. I ain't got time, bitch. 3, 2, 1. Okay. I fucks with the music right now. Very early 2000s, late 90s style. Okay. The one thing that I did remember from watching this is when Nightcrawler's dancing like this. I remember thinking as a kid, what the fuck kind of dance is that? Okay, fucking stop embarrassing yourself. So, it's a pretty basic intro, what I'd expect from a show from this era. However, how does it place on this tier chart that we've done? I reckon, right, we put X-Men Evolution at, I'm thinking a C. Oh, that might hurt a lot of people. But I'm just being honest, I did say that this was gonna be heavily influenced by my own personal nostalgia. I am only a boy. I'm gonna put X-Men Evolution. It just wasn't that creative as well. That was completely made out of footage from the show, which I don't mind if it's done right, but there was literally no original stuff made for the intro. So that's a couple points down. I think C, right? in the same ranking as Crypto the Superdog. I'm sure no X-Men Evolution fans will be offended by that. At this point, we have to tackle Wolverine and the X-Men, right? I have seen this intro recently. I think when I was making another video, I just saw this in my suggestion and I was like, oh, okay, I might as well watch it. So, and listen, I'll say my thoughts until after we watch it again. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Pretty banger intro. Pretty banger intro for the intro. Alright. That's pretty good. It's actually much better now that I'm focusing on it because it's a very cinematic intro. It doesn't need like this bombastic music. That actually felt like, I don't know, it kind of immerses you into the world. It wasn't just a cut up compilation, you know, just to get you energized. That was actually like a scene. It showcased all the main characters and the music as well. And how it starts with the mutant kids getting like taken and stuff. Wow, was I sleeping on this intro this whole time? Just because it didn't have like memorable lyrics or anything? I think I was. And I definitely saw a lot more Wolverine in the X-Men than I did Wolverine, than X-Men Evolution. So, I was a pretty big fan of this series. Yeah, wow, what a good intro, I think. Did not expect me to say that. When I was like, oh yeah, I'll say my thoughts for after, I was gonna roast it. But, now that I watched it, I was like, that was pretty good. I think I'm gonna put Wolverine and the X-Men at an A, actually. Yeah, I might put Wolverine and the X-Men at an A. Or is it more of a B? I think it is more of a B, right? Because it's not that memorable either. We'll put it at a B. We'll put it at a B. Let's not get my recency bias of just watching it get in the way. I think it is a B. I would have put it at a C if you asked me before this video, so that's an improvement. Alright, next, let's go with the Zeta Project, or the Zeta Project. I didn't know it existed because apparently it's a spin-off of Batman Beyond, and I haven't seen any Batman Beyond episodes in full. I'm sorry. Okay, it was just a bit before my time and there weren't a lot of DVDs out. My mum only got Spider-Man DVDs, so keen to see what this is all about. The Zeta Project. Jesus Christ, the quality on this is fuck. There's someone who uploaded a AI upscale to 4K version, or I'm just gonna watch the dog shit original version.
My name is Zeta.
Zeta. I'm sorry if it looks like I'm trying not to laugh. It's because I am trying not to laugh. Wow, this show looks fucking horrendous. I'm sorry if there's any hardcore fans out there, but this looks horrendous.
We'll get you your freedom.
Who was this for? Oh my good god. Yeah, that looks completely fucking ugly. Alright, the music was pretty trash as well, I can't lie. Just no good. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know who the fuck was watching this show. It might be like some like obscure show where people go like, oh my god, this fucking just unlocked from my memory, bro. I just fucking looked it up and I found it. Oh my god. I have no idea what that show was meant to be. Did anyone actually watch the show? If you did, please comment down below and tell me your thoughts because that looked like trash. I'm sorry, that looked like trash. This is... You might be going to E. Actually, am I being too judgmental? Am I judging like what I think the show, how the show would be? To be fair, that was a pretty shitty intro. Either a D or E. If I'm feeling generous, that's a D. Yeah, that's a D. That's not an E. E is like the absolute bottom of the barrel. What the fuck am I watching? Okay, which this almost basically was, but it wasn't like gouge my eyes out bad. Okay, like tear off my ears kind of bad. Okay, next, we're gonna go to another DC animated show from that era. We're gonna go Static Shock. Now, Static Shock, I did not watch any episodes from this show because I didn't have access to basically any Warner Bros shows at this time because you have to fucking pay for it, and my family's not wealthy, so there you go. Alright, Static Shock, I know who he is, I know about the character, I know this actually had a pretty big fan following of its own, so let's check out this intro. 3, 2, 1. Whoa. Hey yo, this kind of slaps, I can't lie. Whoa, the synths are going crazy.
I put a shock to your system.
Not the greatest intro, but still pretty good. That was definitely much better than what I thought it was gonna be like. So, you know, expectations surpassed. I like the music at the beginning. It slowly kind of shifted away from how it started, but still, it was very, very good. Very good intro for a show that I've never seen, and if you have that kind of effect on me, then I reckon that's a pretty good sign, right? Because I've never seen the show, and then, even then, I'm like, hey man, that was pretty good. So, I'm gonna put Static Shock at a B. Nothing too memorable. It got the job done, you know? Got the job done. I think I got a good impression of what the show is gonna be about, so there you go. Alright, another DC animated show that basically no one watched, we're gonna go with Legion of Superheroes. Now this show, I got glimpses of it while I was growing up. This was my first exposure to the Legion of Superheroes title, and then as I grew up, I was like, wait, Superman isn't part of the Legion of Superheroes? What the fuck was all that? What the fuck was that show about, huh? Like, that's the only character I recognize in that show. Alright, let's check out this intro. I've never seen this intro before in my life, I think. Maybe I'll remember it as I watch it. Legion of Superheroes 2006. 3, 2, 1. Brainiac, okay. Wow, this is not doing anything for me, I'm gonna be honest. The animation actually looks pretty good. It's very classic 2000s Cartoon Network animation, which is never a bad thing. Alright, yeah, that was very much a nothing intro. I'm sorry if there's any Legion of Superheroes super fans out there, but I was kind of bored. That might be going to a D tier, and hopefully this fan base is small enough to not get offended and come into my comment section about that. Maybe it's just because of my lack of attachment to the Legion of Superheroes title. But yeah, but that intro was, not good. The music was super generic, nothing visually memorable about the intro. I'm sorry, Legion of Superheroes, you're going in the dump next to the Zeta. Actually, the Zeta Project intro was much worse than that. Maybe I'll move Legion of Superheroes up to a C. Yeah, let's move it up to a C. It wasn't as bad as the Zeta. The Zeta Project or the Zeta Project. I already fucking forgot how they pronounce his name because they said it in the intro. Alright, we've done a lot of DC stuff in a row. I reckon we hop back to Marvel. Let's do Fantastic Four, the Earth's Mightiest Heroes. I remember this show at the time. Didn't see a single full episode of it. I tried finding it on Disney Plus and it wasn't there for some reason. I'm like, bro, don't you own this by now? Like, what company owns this? Oh, Earth's Greatest Heroes. Did I say Earth's Mightiest Heroes? I meant Earth's Greatest Heroes. Oh, yeah, okay. I remember this now. Oh, I love the animations that they got going for the intro. All right. Listen, it had a strong start, but it kind of fell off near the end. It kind of lost me a bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't add anything, there wasn't any build-up, but they did have this little vocal choir bit at the beginning, which I was like, whoa! I was like, okay, if this is maintained throughout the intro, it might be a solid ranking, but it just didn't come back, and we just got the same melody repeating throughout. So I will give it credit for its visuals though. They didn't just reuse footage, they actually animated some screen graphics and stuff, so that looked pretty sick. Also, I'm a big fan of the animation style they went with. It's sort of anime reminiscent, so that helps with digesting the medicine. Let's put it at a B. I reckon B is a solid ranking, right? Because I as soon as I heard it, I recognized it. So there's something memorable about that, I think. That says something. I don't know. This is a completely fucking biased ranking. Go make one on your own if you feel upset. Okay, how many DC shows do we have left? We have 1, we have 2, we have 3, we have 4. How many Marvel? 1, 2, 3. Oh wow, well, even Stevens. So, let's go with Spider-Man, the new animated series. Now this show, my mum got the fucking DVD set and I remember watching it as a kid and I was like, wow, this is actually pretty... This is not the Spider-Man I remember because it's very dark and violent. Actually, I have a lot of nostalgia for this show. I was thinking about rewatching it. It's just a very strange vibe. Maybe I'll do a separate video on this in the future because I have been meaning to. Oh my god, I just heard the first few riffs and that was super nostalgic. Jesus. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, the disco music. Man, that was actually really short. That was much shorter than I thought. I feel like I need to rewatch that, but at the same time, I feel like that's not really fair to the other shows, so... Actually, I am gonna rewatch it. That was really quick. Wow, I forgot a lot about the show. I forgot there was the lizard in there. I forgot there was Kraven the Hunter. I forgot there was, Electro and Kingpin and stuff. Wait. I've seen this show get brought up on the internet and stuff, so it's not completely forgotten, not as much as the Zeta Project or fucking Crypto the Super Dog. But speaking of the intro, the music, it's very nostalgic for me. They do a little like a live action, you know, in those live action 2000 show like Smallville and stuff, they have like the title cards with the actor and the name. They kind of do that for this show, which it sets an adultish impression of the show, not very much for kids, which is probably why the show flopped, because back at the time Spider-Man was mainly a kids property, so they probably didn't get many advertisers or viewers for this show. And also, it was pretty violent and dark. So I'm gonna put Spider-Man the new animated series at, as much as I want to put it into a B, it's a C. It's mainly, the music isn't that iconic if you haven't heard it before, and it just reuses footage. That's a C, sorry. Sorry, Spidey. Still love you, though. Next, let's hop to The Batman. 2004, I believe. This was like the only fucking Batman show I had because it's on DVD and stuff and my mum got it for me, so... Lots of good memories with this show. This video isn't actually about the intros. It's actually about me exploring my childhood trauma of not being able to afford Foxtel, which is basically cable in Australia, and it's controlled by one company, and they had Cartoon Network and stuff. So my only access to this growing up was like, oh, Batman and Spider-Man DVDs. You get like maybe like 1 or 2 a year. So You got that? Make sure to fucking invoice me your therapy bill. Yeah, this show had a couple of different intros, but I think it's only fair that I look at the season 1 intro, because I think that's the one that everyone remembers. Yeah, I fuck with this music. Oh, silhouettes. Oh, I love these sketch designs that they show of their villains. That looks so sick. Oh my goodness. Fuck, what a banger intro. Apparently they changed the intro for the future seasons because it was too scary for kids. I don't know if I found it scary as a kid. I did find it very off kilter, you know, like not standard. But obviously as I grew up, I was like, wow, this intro is a fucking masterpiece. That mysterious, bouncy music, oh, the guitar riffs, and how it just builds up to the Batman. This show, it was climbing an upwards hill from the very start, because the Batman show before this, it was the fucking Batman the Animated Series, which everyone glazes. So high expectations, and to be fair, people were always gonna rag on it, especially the fucking millennials and whatever. So I think this show, intro, it's a banger. It's a certified banger. I'm putting this at an A. I don't care. That's an A, okay? Alright, let's bounce back to Iron Man Armored Adventures. Now, before we watch this intro, I think I already know where I'm gonna put this at, but let's watch it anyways. I haven't seen the intro in a good long while. And if you've seen the show, you know how the theme goes. You don't need to watch the fucking intro. You don't need to listen to it. You already know the lyrics, okay? 3, 2, 1.
A man on a mission with armor and high-tech ammunition, trapped on the edge of an endless iron.
Woo! I didn't use the word peak very often, but that intro is fucking peak, dog. I know a lot of people aren't a fan of this animation style, you know, with the fucking 3D models and Iron Man being a fucking teenager in high school. Don't know why they did that. When was this show made? I think it was Iron Man Armored. I'm pretty sure it would have been after the first movie came out. 2009, yeah. So, I don't know why they differed so much from the MCU movie, but I appreciate it. It's definitely not something we would get nowadays, because everything has to be fucking MCU adjacent now, except for X-Men 97. No question, this is an S, okay? So far, Marvel, you've got the S tiers, okay? You got the S tiers, Iron Man Armored Adventures intro. It's a certified S. I don't really see anyone arguing with me for this particular ranking, and if you're gonna argue with me, I'm gonna fucking delete your comment. No, I'm kidding. But I just don't see how you can, though. I just don't see it. And if you do, pros reasons, I'm sure there are gonna be a million other people like me ready to fucking slam your ass and say, hey, you're wrong. You know why? Because you are wrong. Alright, next, what did we just watch? We watched the Marvel, so we're gonna go back to DC. We're gonna go to Batman Brave and the Bold. Fun fact, this show was actually the reason how I knew the difference between bold as in B-A-L-D and B-O-L-D. So, congrats to Batman Brave and the Bold and Warner Bros. Animation for making a kid learn the vocab. Alright, let's play it. Love the classic music, the jazz. Bow, 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 bow. Oh, love the percussion. Bow. See, nice, short, and succinct, and we love that. Not really any reused footage. Yeah, that was pretty good. I'm gonna put Batman Brave and the Bold. Okay, listen. It was pretty good, right? It was pretty good, but there wasn't anything that memorable about it. I appreciate the effort to make it completely stripped of reused footage, but apart from the music, nothing that memorable. I am being a bit harsh though. Maybe it's either an A or B. Alright, let's see what we put in for B. Okay, I will say this, right? It's not as good as the Batman intro. So that's saying something, okay? So it can't be on rank A, right? Yeah, it's a B. It's a B. Sorry, Brave and the Bold fans. I know there's a lot of you out there going like, oh, I love this fucking Silver Age Batman they have in Batman Brave and the Bold. It's so underrated, but no one fucking talks about it. Shut up. B is better than C. Understand them. I'm sorry. I'm being a bit aggressive because we've done a lot of these now. We have 4 remaining. Let's tackle Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and then we'll go with Young Justice, and then we'll go to Teen Titans, and then we'll go Superhero Squad Show. Sound good? Because the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes and Young Justice, technically not 2000s shows, but I wanted to put them in here because I know I'm never gonna fucking do a 2010s animated series intros because they're just like garbage. There's nothing, okay? There's nothing. After the 2000s, they stopped doing this kind of intro, okay? That was completely unmemorable. You know the Ultimate Spider-Man intro? You know what that is? Huh? It's just a... That's it. Wow, so much personality, thanks. I'm such a fucking hater and for no reason. Man, I need to go to therapy. Wait, what did I say again? Oh yeah, Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, I think. I'm gonna reserve my thoughts for after we watch it, but I think we all know where this is gonna rank, let's be honest. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, I'm doing the season 1 intro, by the way. The one without the narration, because it's better. Standing on my own. Oh, so good. They managed to make an Avengers song without mentioning the Avengers. I think I only mentioned it once. I consider that an achievement. It makes it less corny, even though the song itself is pretty corny because, let's face it, it's for an Avengers cartoon show, so how could it not? However, this is a fucking banger! Alright, let's talk about this intro after I rank it. It's an S tier. Obviously, it's an S tier. Are you fucking serious? How could it not be an S tier? So far, Marvel is fucking, killing DC at these show intros. But this show, right, this show intro, if you've watched like a few episodes, you know the lyrics, okay, to at least like 25%, which is a fuck ton of lyrics. Yeah, man, I don't think anyone can say otherwise because if they do, again, they're wrong. Okay, my opinion is the only one that matters. There's no way someone's gonna find me on that, right? There's no way. There's no way that someone's gonna say Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, their intro shouldn't be an S tier. There is zero fucking chance. Alright, next. We got Young Justice, our other little imposter that's not actually a 2000 show, but I felt the need to include it because I feel like I'll get comments about it and I just wanted to. We're gonna go with the season 1 intro. Oh, music. Again, a really short intro. You can see them start to phase out these longer intros by the time we get into 2010s, which is a shame because kids who grew up in the 2010s, I guess I did kind of grow up in the 2010s as well, they don't have that nostalgia of singing these lyrics along to it and getting hype. Yeah, I don't think I have much to say about this intro. Lots of lens flares. They try to be really like modern and like computer and tech based. Like, yo, this is for the modern era, you know? However, I'm gonna be honest, not that iconic. Let's see, if I'm being unbiased, it might be a C, but I am a biased boy, so could be a B. I'm gonna put Young Justice. Oh my god, depends how biased I'm feeling. I think I need to rewatch it. It is a short intro, so. Okay, you know what? It's definitely not a C. It's a B. The beginning riff, that sold it for me. I can't even replicate it because I don't want to embarrass myself, but I'll play it here. And yeah, you just know shit's about to go down once you hear that. Alright, we got the final 2 shows! About the final 2! Oh, I'm losing my mind. Alright, Superhero Squad Show. I was about to sing it. I was about to sing the intro, but I was like, let's reserve it. Let's be fair. 3, 2, 1.
That infinity soul.
Hero. Wow, this is so nostalgic. Jesus Christ. This is making me sad in like the nostalgic way. I remember as a kid I tried memorizing these lyrics. I think I got like halfway. That took me for an emotional fucking roller coaster, Jesus. One thing I really love as a kid is how it just takes you through the city. I don't know why I was so obsessed with that. I just love the idea of being immersed in a big Marvel or superhero universe like this from like the ground perspective, like in the fight of everything. I was a little wee lad when I watched this, so I hate being vulnerable in my videos. What is going on? Before I start fucking crying, I'm gonna put this intro at an A. It's an A. It's not an S tier because I don't think it's as iconic, and it didn't really have the material to carry it to an iconic status, but it's still like a very, very fucking good. Oh my god, I'm gonna start fucking crying, guys. What the fuck? Also, does anyone remember that Superhero Squad game online? I remember I tried playing it and it was basically like, oh, you have to pay fucking $20 to get any character that's not shit. And I was like, well, again, I don't have money as a kid, and wasn't gonna ask my parents for money to fucking buy any of that. And I just remember watching YouTube videos of all these fucking kids who has money somehow to buy all these characters and skins and whatever, and I was just so jealous, bro. I was like, why can't that be me? Why can't that be me? Alright, next we got Teen Titans! Jesus, 12 million views, fucking hell. And this is from the official Warner Bros. Classics channel. 3, 2, 1. You know who to call. Teen Titans! Tower, they can see it all. Teen Titans!
Teen Titans.
Oh, the breakdown. This is so cute.
They never stop till the job gets done.
Teen Titans. Oh, kill him. 3, 4. Oh man, that is really. What the fuck? Let's just be honest, okay? This intro, it kind of does just everything right, okay? It's got a banger theme, it's got original graphics and visuals, iconography everywhere. Oh my goodness, what a beautiful intro. And it's very like sectioned off for each member to get their own highlight, which we love. The lyrics, they're very cute, very easy to memorize as well, very catchy. I'm pretty sure I once read something that in this Teen Titans show, whenever it was a serious episode, they would use the English lyrics, but if it was a funny, light-hearted episode, they'll use the Japanese version. Also, I'm gonna be honest, I haven't seen this entire show. I've seen a few episodes. It's one of the shows that you grow up with, but you haven't seen the whole thing. Please don't try to gatekeep me, okay? I know the fucking intro. I've seen Teen Titans in Trouble in Tokyo or whatever. Alright, so let's rank this together, shall we? Because I think we're all gonna say the same thing. 3, 2, 1. It's an S tier. If you didn't say S tier, you belong in the fucking garbage, okay? My first verdict after finishing this ranking is that I'm losing my mind. And second of all, I think I did a pretty good job. This isn't no Marvel Rivals situation, okay? I think I did a pretty good job. And if it is another Marvel Rival situation, then fuck it, come at me, okay? I stand by this. I'm looking at this now. I stand by it. I look at my Marvel Rivals ranking and I stand by that, okay? Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna double down on that. Like, just looking at this chart, so much nostalgia, man. We had it really good. I know every generation says this and it's a fucking thing, but we had it pretty good back then. Lots of superhero content before they were fucking ruined by streaming services and the whole everyone wants to be the MCU and whatever. What do we have in the 2010s? We had fucking Beware the Batman. We had the Disney XD shows. Also in the 2010s, they were like, fuck the X-Men. Fox owns that shit. We're gonna pretend they don't exist and we're gonna replace them with the Inhumans. That was a very dark period of Marvel history. So yeah, let me know what your favorite intro is. Which one's the most memorable and which one brings you the most joy? Do you agree with my rankings? And speaking of animated shows, this Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes technically isn't a 2000 show. I know, I've said that. I covered the 3rd season of the show. Yes, it only had 2 seasons, but the creator of the show, Christopher Yost, he released a synopsis for every episode that was meant to be in season 3, and that includes like Magneto, Doctor Strange, Phoenix. Are you fucking serious? And we missed out on that. I covered every episode, so watch that video if you haven't already. Check out my Patreon, $3 a month for a bonus video every fortnight. Plus, we have episode discussions for every mainstream ongoing comic TV show going right now. So we have Daredevil Born Again. We're gonna start Andor when that starts up as well. If you don't want to pay anything, that's fine. I also post videos for news updates, like news articles that come out, and we discuss those as well. So if you want to see me, more of me for some reason, for some harrowing reason, then go check that out. So check my Instagram, Letterboxd, second channel for random vlogs and videos, and I'll see you next week. See ya.
10-1-5 in the open night. I can't help that I feel so lonely. How many times do I have to die?